Okay, let's find out, what do your kids love about you the most? What does your kids love about you the most? Okay, they love how you don't settle for less. Okay, your kids could see that you know your worth. Okay, that you don't settle for just anything or anybody, any situation. Okay, and they can admire that a part about you, as well as, you know, that's what they love about you. Maybe you even teach your kids not to settle for less, not to deal with, you know, less than what they deserve. You know, get put up with less than what they deserve. Okay, you teach them to, you know, move on when something isn't appreciating them or valuing them. A person, place, you know, or situation. Okay, and that is what they love about you. What does your kids love about you? You know, maybe you even like boost them up, you know, really talk some sense into them. You know, you really talk to them like about the real world or something. You can even teach them their own worth, you know, hype them up and tell them that they're worthy and, you know, they have a lot to offer, and, you know, just never go out here and settle for less than what you deserve. Your kids can love how geeked up you be. Okay, so maybe you get real excited fast. Okay, you could get really excited. You could always be even in like a playful energy. Maybe you, yeah, like especially if you got like young kids, maybe you always even in a playful energy, like, you know, in the energy they in. So it's like, of course they can't help but to love you. You know, you matching their energy. You know, you could be somebody who doesn't you know, let your inner child go. You still have that, you still have your inner child in you, okay, and you still bring your inner child out. So it's like they could love that part of you. And maybe again, maybe you even get like really excited when they reach milestones and things like that. Like you be so geeked up for them. I'm just getting somebody who's smiling, you know, just kind of like, I keep getting hype. I really feel like you hype your kids up in some type of way. This is why they love you. Okay, you could really like always get them going. Maybe even times where they're down and they're not feeling it, you lift them up, you lift their spirits up in some type of way. But I really feel like you be geeking for your child. I'm getting like a parent at their son's basketball game, football game, or their daughter's dance recital, or gymnastic class or something. And, you know, once they do their little tricks, or they score, you know, make a goal, you just be screaming and geeked up and calling their name. Okay, I'm getting that energy. So it's definitely something about the way you hype your kids up, or you lift their spirits, or just your energy alone is very high vibrational, okay, or something like that. And it makes them, you know, and that's what they can love about you. What else here? Maybe they like going on like little dates with you. Okay, I'm getting with cafe, because, you know, like you could take yourself out to have like a little cafe date. Maybe you take them out to on little play dates, like maybe going to get yogurt or ice cream together. Maybe this is even like going outside to play, you know, but it's like maybe having that one-on-one time. They could like that, is what I'm really picking up with that. You know, just maybe going out in general with you, you know, going to again, like cafes, or, you know, just a place where y'all could kind of sit down and vibe together. And this is like because you spend that one-on-one time, you spend that quality time with them. They love that, okay? I think that's what they like about you, the fact that you do get out with them and go on dates with them. Some of y'all, your kids could like that you give them coffee, okay? Maybe your kids are young and like, you know, maybe not at an age that they should be having coffee, or it's like, if they are, and, you know, you still give it to them. Maybe you give them any type of caffeinated beverage that they shouldn't be having, right? And like that's why they can love you. Maybe even if that's not the case for someone, it's like in general, you could give your kids things that they know they shouldn't have, you know they shouldn't have, but it's like you let them get away with it a little bit. They like that. That's what they love about you, okay? Oh, and this is definitely giving what I said. They love your energy, bro, okay? Because what does caffeine do, bro? What is that? Why do we drink these coffees and these caffeinated beverages to get going? They love your energy. It's something about you being very high vibrational, or again, you lift their spirits, or you're very energetic, okay? Yeah, this is even giving, like, you could be a young parent here. You always got energy for your child, like to play with them maybe, or to keep up with them even. You know, of course you probably can't play with them 24/7, but something about you have that, again, it could be that young energy you just have because you're young, okay? Or even if you're not young, you keep yourself young, you keep yourself in shape. So it's like you have that, it's like you have the energy, but it's something about your energy, something about, you being very positive, very bright, very bubbly, okay? You just be geeking, sneaking and geeking is what I'm getting. But your kids love you, because I really getting is more of like the high vibrational energy coming from you is what they like. It's why they love you. And I really feel like it's because it's definitely deeper. It's like it's because you may not realize, but that energy, like, they feed off of it, right? And that's a good energy. So of course they're feeding off of it. They want to feed off of it because it's good energy. You have good energy, good vibes. You could always laugh, always be smiling, something like that. But I'm getting like you be geeked up, like you really be in that playful energy, or you're always smiling, you're always hyping them up, or their accomplishments, their milestones, something like that. But you could just overall have a lot of energy as well. You really, like I see, you're able, no matter how old you are, you guys, you could just always like make that, you can even make yourself have that energy for your kids or something, and they just love you. Like, it's like you always, it's like giving a fun mom, fun dad, okay? What else? Why does the collective kids love them? Some of y'all could drink coffee here as confirmation that this message is for you. You are a heavy coffee drinker here, okay? Why does the collective's kids love them? You're resourceful, okay? They feel like they can come to you for everything. Like they feel like you're gonna always have the answers, the information they need, okay? Whatever they're looking for, they feel like you have it, okay? Even if this is not like just resources. I mean, whatever your child could be looking for, they be feeling like you got it. You'll be able to provide it, okay? They'll find it from you, is what I'm getting. And this is why your child loves you, okay? You could have even directed your child to a lot of different sources that can, help them out, that's beneficial for them, okay? And if you didn't, it's just you being the damn resource. Like they just always feel like if they can't find the answers anywhere else, they will find it with you. And this is why your kids love you, okay? Maybe you're always like a resource for them. Yeah, it's just like you always are there even for them. Yeah, resources is what, like, always is somewhere to get some type of help, right? Some resources. So you're just a help to your kids. Your kids feel like you help them, okay? You're very helpful. And maybe if you don't know, it's like they know that you're gonna go find somebody who do know, and that's why they love you. It's like you're always helpful. You're always the source for them. Yeah, you love yours, okay? I just got that J. Cole song. You love yours, okay? A J or a C could be significant. Somebody's first, middle, last initials could be where someone's from, where they reside, okay? A street name, take out resonate. That's significant, though. Your child's name or your name, you could have those initials, so just take out how it resonates. But yeah, it's like you love yours. You take care of what's yours, meaning your kids, and this is why they love you. Like you are a nurturer, maybe, or maybe you just nurture whatever you have, okay? No matter what it is, you really take care of what is yours. And your kid, again, it's something about admiration here. Your kids admire that about you, and it's like you being this type of person, it's only you're only going to love them as well. It's like because you love yours, you take care of what's yours, you cherish what's yours, and this is why they love you. Okay, you even again, it's something about you even teaching them, and this is like even in a way where you don't even have to say anything. They can see you, you know, on a daily, like especially if they're young, even if they're not around, they've seen you though be the person who is taking care of what is theirs, whatever they own, whatever they have, whatever's in their possession. They know that you're going to take care of it. And it's like they're also learning, you know, they learning through that, through seeing you embody these things, you doing these things, and that's why they love you. It's like you also teaching them in a way when you act how you act. It's teaching them. Or you did you know, outright tell them how important it is to love, you know, take care of what's theirs, how important it is to value things and take care of whatever they have. It's like you also teaching them in a way when you act how you act. It's teaching them. You know, they learning from you. So that's why they love you. And it's just that you going to take care of what's yours. Meaning if they your kid, they know they going to be taken care of because you take care of what's yours. And, you know, it's like you actually love your kids here, okay? Because sometimes people don't be really... Because kids can tell, I feel like when you love... We all know kids know the real, and they going to tell you the real. They're going to be outright blunt with it. I saw a post today. It was like kids don't give no F's. They'll ask you why you broke and then do a cartwheel. I was crying. But that's really how kids are. But they say it's ever on their mind. And I've heard stories where people's kids are like, yeah, they were out and their kid was like, so and so is fat, saying it real loud, and it was like an actual fat person right there. So we just know like kids will say what's on their mind. Okay, I really feel like they do pick up, they do pick up on energy, especially if you have like a gifted child. Okay, you know, that stuff is like, you know, common sense, and it's like your child could feel your love. You know, they could feel that you love yours, which is including them. They're your child as well, which is yours. And it's like they could feel your love. They know that you genuinely love them and care for them, and that you're going to nurture them and take care of them. Something like that. Yeah, some of your children could like you because you wow. And I told you I'm getting that energy. It's like you the turnt one. You the turnt parent probably too. Out of like you and your child's parent, you like the turnt parent or something. But they just love your energy, okay? This child could be a Leo, okay? You could be a Leo here. This child could have Leo in their big three. You could, okay? Somebody here could also have a lion tattoo as well as confirmation. Yeah, this is also given like you don't play about yours. I feel like you're very protective, okay? And I was about to say that I was getting at with that love yours. This goes beyond, you know, because all that is kind of all in the same category. When you love, you kind of protect. So it's like your children definitely love you because they feel protected by you, or they feel like you will protect them. You're like a mama bear. You don't play about your kids, and this is why they love you. They can know that, they can feel that energy, okay? It's real. Not every parent though be on that, be really loving their kids though, but that's why I keep trying to elaborate. Like it's like they actually can feel your love, your energy. Energy don't lie. Like you could say it all day and your kid could still know if you do or you don't. So that's what I'm saying. Your energy definitely screams you do love your kids, and they can feel it, okay? They can feel that you love them, and that you will protect them, and that you don't play about them, and they love you for that. Maybe you teach them how to protect themselves as well, is kind of what I'm getting as well. You teach them like that they should protect themselves in all type of ways, but you could just teach them about protection in general, how you know important it is to protect themselves, okay? And I'm telling you, heavy on like you being admirable or inspiring, you know, for your kids, because you instill things in them as well. I feel like that's why they love you. You know, you actually keep it real, and you tell them about the real world. and how, you know, how it is like important to have resources and things like that. It's like you teach them about the real world, or when they get out into the real world, it's like you keep it real about, you know, the real world, the real life. They kind of respect you for that, is what I'm getting. It's like they love you because they respect you, what you be saying, or how you keep it real even. Let's get one more. Why does it collect this? Kids love them. Okay, winter came out. They could like how you could act cold at times. Okay, I really feel like you know your worth, and your children could see situations where they could have, you know, they could have seen situations that played out where you're gonna know your worth where you were, and they see that you know your worth. Okay, like you could, like again, it could have been a situation that played out. Okay, like maybe between you and their father. Okay, you know, whatever. But they definitely could feel like you can go cold at times, and they can love that about you. I don't know. It's like maybe they, you know, maybe your kids pick up that yeah, maybe your kids could pick up that you kind of love too much. You're too much of a nurturer, and that sometimes you need to go cold. Okay, is what I'm picking up. But that's what your kids can love about you. Like, you know when to maybe go cold on certain people, certain family members, even on them. Maybe they know that you know when to like become cold in a situation, because you gotta really wake up and just be realistic about life. Sometimes you are required to be the villain sometimes, and that's what I'm getting. Like, you don't mind being the villain, I guess. Like I said, this could be your child viewing this from like watching, you know, you and their father's interaction or something, but they can see that you got a side of you, I feel like, and you can go there if you want to. And I feel like that's what your kids love about you, though. It's more so like, again, you could really know your worth, know your value, and you just don't play that shit. Okay, and even when it comes to them, and I feel like they could pick that up. You could also teach your kids not to talk so much, tell so much. Okay, you could definitely teach them that you know, keeping things low key, staying low key, moving in silence definitely is beneficial to them, or it will be. Again, more about the real world. Again, it's like you could teach your child a lot about the real world. You don't sugarcoat shit. Okay, you really could just be very upfront and let them know what it is. And they love you for that. Like I said, they love you because it's like they love that it's like a respect thing they could have for you, and that's why they love you, because it's like they see that you respect yourself. So it's like they want to respect you, and they love you because you love yourself, or you respect yourself, something like that. I also was getting at too, yeah, with Lion and Winter. You could really, again, you could be very protective, but it's like you could really comfort your kids. You provide like a comfortability for them, maybe when they're going through hard times, harsh times, you know, maybe when they're like going through like a storm, right, in their life. You're always there to like protect and provide and coddle, or, you know, as they get older, it would be like as a safe space. You know, you're there to be their safe space. If they're young, it's like you coddle them, you know, you let them know that it's going to be okay, or you this is just letting them know like they always have like a home to go to, or that you are their home, and if they ever need, they can come to you. It's like you provide some type of comfort, okay, for your kids. They feel protected, they feel safe, okay, in your energy. And this is why they love you. It's like they know that they always have you to go to, you know, during a hard time or something, that they could call on you during a harsh time or something. Some of y'all, your child could be born, this child specifically could be born in the winter, was born in the winter, okay? It could be like a, what is that, like December to February, March-ish, okay? So somebody could be like a Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, or Pisces, maybe even, okay? Yeah, so could be in their big three. You could have even those placements even as well. But yeah, I'm getting that. Someone's name could also be Winter. Your child's name, your name could be Winter as confirmation as well. Or their initials could start with a W maybe. But this is like a winter baby of yours, especially if you have multiple kids. This could be like in specifically your winter child. Or, you know, if it's your only child, this child could have been born in the winter, okay? It doesn't have to be though, okay? Some of y'all, your kids love you because you don't do too much, okay? So that's what I'm saying. It's really something here about you maybe being easygoing, or you're just being easy to love, right? You could be like a very receptive person in general, you know, because not everybody is easy to love, you know, to go to talk to. So maybe you're that person, right? Yeah, it's like less is more. Like they could not like to like talk a lot of, you know, tell other people things, but with you, they be probably going all out telling you stuff, right? It's because they have some level of respect, trust, okay? They feel like you create some type of safe space, okay? It's also what I'm getting with that less is more. And some of y'all, I am picking up a message where it's like some of y'all, because I told you, children definitely see everything, feel everything, right? Especially when they're young, okay? They still got that, you know, it's like they more open than anything, right? And it's just giving, like, some of you guys, your kids could think that you need to give less in a situation, okay? Again, I don't know if this is referring to like you and their father or their mother, but they could feel like you maybe are too much of a giver, like I said, something about you being very loving, or, you know, or nurturing. They could feel like you kind of love and nurture everybody, or too much to the point where it like leaves you depleted, like you kind of love on people a little bit too much, and there's never no such thing. That's not what word I want to use. You could just look out for everybody else but yourself a lot of times, and I really feel like that last message, this is less is more here, is really given like this is from your child, like coming through the message saying like, you know, you should really work on that, because you deserve, you know, that same love and energy that you're always putting out to other people. Not that you're not getting it, but you kind of overdo for other people, and they could feel like those same people don't really return it, like, you know, that's that energy that you give. You know, they don't reciprocate that energy that you give, and they just want you to like, you know, not give so much of yourself, especially when you're not like getting that back in return. Or just look out for yourself like you look out for everybody else, okay? Stop maybe trying to do it all, take care of everybody, and not even like have took care of yourself, not even have like figured out if you ate today, or if you're good, right? If you need to rest. So yeah, something like that. So yeah, like I said, somebody could be a Leo, Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, or Pisces. Yeah, so whether you or your child has these signs, okay? Or y'all both could have the same signs. You know, you just take it how it resonates. But I'm going to pull a little bit more, okay? But that is what I'm getting for you guys. This is a little bit about why your child loves you. But that's why it's like they love you, because it's like you love, so you're very loving. So it's like you can't help but to love a loving person, no matter what the dynamic is, right? And they could just feel like you know, in the dissolve, it was like they feel like you could love too much sometimes, at the point where you don't even like check on yourself. You love on yourself, you know. But heavy Aquarius, okay? Heavy Aquarius, Cancer, Gemini, heavy Cancer, heavy Gemini, Taurus, Aries, and heavy Pisces, because we said that, right? So heavy Aquarius and heavy Pisces, because we said that, and also Cancer again. So heavy Cancer, heavy Gemini. Yeah, somebody could be born on the 6th, the 4th, or the 2nd, or the 17th. I'm also getting June, heavy on June, April, or February. Okay, so that's what I have for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this reading, and I'll see you on the next one.